Most people don't realize, but right now, at this very moment, somebody is selling to you. Think about it. Look around your screen, the content that you've just been watching. Maybe it's the pair of trainers that you just saw on Instagram, or maybe it's the TikTok that accidentally went viral, which was promoting a product. This is all a form of digital marketing, and whether you're a business owner, a content creator, or somebody who just wants to understand how this game works, on this channel, we deep dive into exactly how you can grow your audience and increase your online reach. If you're not using digital marketing techniques for your brand or business, you might as well be invisible. Now, you might be thinking, we don't have the budget for digital marketing. Yeah, well, tell that to every brand that has killed it over the past decade because they figured out how to use social media, SEO, and content to dominate online completely for free. If you're a content creator, a YouTuber, or an aspiring brand owner, stick with me because all of this is vital to your success. Before we get into the strategies behind how to grow a business online and make an income that can easily replace your 9 to 5 or excel your current earnings by exponential amounts, we need to understand the very basics of digital marketing. So let's take a look at what digital marketing actually is, how brands are using it, and how you can start using it for your business today. So what exactly is digital marketing and why is it so important to content creators, brands, or really anyone trying to get exposure to the masses? Look, let's face it, marketing isn't something new, and selling products certainly isn't either. So what's changed to really make a difference over the past 50 years or so? Well, that part's easy. It's the internet, and more importantly, it's people's access to it. Having a smartphone in your pocket gives you and basically anyone else in the world, whether it be a billion-dollar brand, a local business, or a random kid in their bedroom, the ability to market themselves and scale their business to almost anyone else on the planet for absolutely nothing. At its core, digital marketing is about attention because in this day and age, attention equals influence and influence equals income. And here's the kicker. If the marketing's good, then most people won't even realize that they're being marketed to. When you consume content online, just stop for a second and think about it. That funny viral TikTok is probably a brand campaign. That YouTuber who's recommending a product is probably affiliate marketing. And that post from your favorite influencer is probably sponsored. Even this video right now, I'm not trying to sell you anything, but I would like you to join my community and grow my audience. So I'm growing my platform's attention by sharing information and lessons about marketing completely for free. But in return, the marketing on this channel is geared around trying to hold your attention and getting you to make the decision to press the subscribe button to my channel to come back for more content. In fact, the best digital marketing doesn't even feel like you're being marketed to at all. And that's why traditional marketing, the TV ads, billboards, radio, is slowly dying. People skip ads, they scroll past boring content, and they ignore anything that doesn't grab their attention, all because there's so much out there trying to compete for your time. If you want to win online, you need to know where people's attention actually is. So let's take a look at it. Every single thing that you do online is a part of somebody's marketing plan. Let's take a step back for a second and break down how the internet is made up and where the money is actually made. So first of all, you've got search engines. This is Google, Bing, and YouTube. And yes, believe it or not, YouTube is a search engine. And really, TikTok is quickly moving in that direction too. Those guys have created the most insane algorithm for feeding users content on the planet, and it's only getting better. So Google makes its money by selling ads. And to top it off, they do this on the top 2 search engines in the world. Really, it's no wonder that they're worth so much money. Google and YouTube literally have the world by the balls when it comes to growing a new audience. So at the same time as Google making money, businesses win by ranking in the top search. This is sometimes referred to as SEO or search engine optimization, but that's not technically true, and I will cover that in another video. Or people can pay for the privilege of ranking in Google by using ads. By showing up high in search results, they get their products seen, and in turn that turns into sales, and that's where the income's made. Okay, so that's search engines. Let's take a look at where the audience spend their time. This is when they're not looking for something specific, the land of attention. Social media. At the end of the day, you already know where these are. This is Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, LinkedIn, and even YouTube Shorts. Your feed on these platforms is designed to keep you hooked. so that you consume more ads, more content, and more times feeding the algorithm with data about how you consume content. Believe it or not, every action that you take on these platforms is a part of a cycle that is finding the best ways to get you to part with your attention and sell more ad space to you. And then, of course, brands leverage influencers and viral content, paid ads, and things like that to get their message in front of you. Influencers get paid for the content, and brands sell more products. So then we've got email marketing. And this is kind of the boring stuff that literally prints money. Have you ever wondered why you get so many emails from brands that you don't necessarily even remember signing up for? That's because email marketing still works. It's cheap, it's direct, and it converts better than any social media platform on the planet. With email campaigns, you're literally sending out information to a targeted audience. I compare this to almost using like a sniper technique versus using a shotgun at range and hoping that you hit a target. More importantly, unlike other platforms where you're effectively renting time and attention from your audience, with email marketing you actually own your email list and the audience belongs to you. But that's something that we're going to cover in another video, so I will come back to it. And finally, we've got video and content marketing. This is the long-term game that pays off over time. Content creators making free content, focusing on long-term authority. At the end of the day, they're playing chess while the rest of the brands out there that are not putting themselves out there online aren't even sat at the same table. Content builds trust, and trust down the line equals sales. If you can understand these 4 areas and how to use them in the best possible way, or even just better than the other people in your space, you can literally grow anything online and dominate your corner of the internet. Alright, so why should digital marketing matter so much to brands and content creators? First off, it's the cheapest way to reach people and grow your exposure. Your audience is out there, but if they can't find you, how are you ever going to grow? At the end of the day, you can start making content with nothing more than the mobile phone in your pocket. Digital marketing is targeted. You don't just throw ads at random people, you target the exact audience that you want to see your content. And the best part is, if your content is good, you don't even need to put effort into having them see it. Platforms want to feed your audience with content that interests them. So by creating great content, they do the heavy lifting for you. Digital marketing is also extremely data-driven. Every click, watch, scroll is tracked and measured and optimized. You get instant feedback on what does and doesn't work, and the cost of pivoting the content is very minimal. And I guess finally, it never stops or sleeps. The internet runs 24/7, and so does your online presence. This is the reality for brands, content creators, or any kind of business. If you're not using digital marketing, then you're losing out to somebody who is. It's not about hacks, it's about understanding human behavior and using the platforms in the right way. Okay, so stop for a second. I want you to think of a brand right now that you think truly gets the power of social media and digital marketing. I'm not talking about Apple, Google, Microsoft. I'm talking about a brand that wouldn't exist or be a household name without the power of digital marketing and social media. Okay, so here's a couple that I can think of. Gymshark, for example. It started by focusing on Instagram influencers and content marketing. They didn't waste money on traditional ads. They built a brand with community first. Now, they effectively own fitness culture, and they're valued at over $1 billion. All because Ben Francis, the founder, had the mentality to focus on building social audience and getting his quality products into the hands of people with influence in the space. Okay, so Mr. Beast is another prime example. Some people genuinely still think that he just makes crazy videos online. That's just not the case. His titles, thumbnails, content, and strategy are all designed to maximize attention and engagement. The man and his team are literally geniuses when it comes to marketing. And if you don't believe me, check out any video or podcast of him away from his online persona, and you will see that he has dedicated his life to creating a brand that commands attention online. Now, off the back of that incredible growth and audience building that he's done, he's expanded his channel to sell chocolate, burgers, and not to mention the amount of things that he's managed to do to give back to the world with his philanthropy. Okay, so let's move away from the Gymsharks and Mr. Beasts of the world for a second. Let's look closer to home. Imagine that you own a coffee shop and you're not coming up in Google in your local community for a place to visit, for a great coffee or a quiet date or a meeting. You're missing out on customers. This is exactly the same thing. Local SEO and Google Ads are easy traffic and easy sales. So many businesses ignore this and they think that SEO is too expensive for them, or that it's something that they don't need to do because they rely on foot traffic. This mentality is insane to me. Optimizing on search can cost almost nothing, but I can tell you for a fact that when we visit cities around the world, one of the first things that we do is look for local coffee shops near our hotels that we can take clients to or have meetings in. Okay, so here's the truth. If you're not using digital marketing, your brand and content is invisible, especially when you're getting started. You need to focus on what works for beginners and stop focusing on what the established brands are doing. If you learn how to use digital marketing techniques for your brand, you can build literally anything online and scale it. You can either be the one creating digital marketing assets and content that is designed to grow your exposure, or you can keep being the one consuming it. There's no middle ground here. The internet literally gives you unlimited potential. You don't need a big budget, you just need a smart strategy. If you want to grow a brand, a YouTube channel, a side hustle, or anything like this, then this is the game that you have to play. If this content helped you get an understanding of how digital marketing works, then subscribe to the channel. If not, then thanks for making it to the end of the video all the same, and I'll see you in the next one.